Alright, I'm Sean and this is my Ford Transit. I converted it from a builder's van into a camper van for just £700. Join me and my adventures and vlogs with Project Camper and enjoy the video. Hi everyone and welcome to Project Camper's first ever questions and answers. Over the, I think it's about 7-8 months that I've taken, well, the time it's taken actually to build this van on and off, spare time, weekends, blah blah blah. I've been asked loads of questions, so I thought I'd just write most of the most popular ones down. So I'm gonna I have to wear glasses now, so I'm gonna just run through them and hopefully this will interest you. So let's crack on. First question: what is the size of your van, as you seem to have quite a lot of stuff and quite a lot of room inside? Well, it is a short wheelbase semi-high top Ford Transit 2003. Now the reason why I got this is basically one of my mates, I asked him if he wanted to get rid of his van, so we did a deal. So he got what he wanted and I got what I wanted, and it was like it was a trade. So it wasn't free, but yeah, that's the reason I got it. Now, semi-high top, I can stand up in it, okay, but because I've got like the wood, which you've seen in other videos, it's pallet wood, so it's about that thick. Now obviously that was free, so I reckon if I'd have just put like normal ply, 3mm ply, I'll be able to stand up perfect. And I have sort of insulated the floor as well, so I've reduced the height from top and bottom. But if I hadn't have done that, I'd probably be able to stand up perfect. I'm 5'8", I believe. So yeah, and the reason why I've got quite a lot of room in here is basically bed's over there. I've put a swivel seat base, and it has completely changed everything in this van. You know, now my feet, you know, excuse me, I've got my old trainers on. I love these old trainers, come from Spain, like quite a few years ago actually. And yeah, anyway, yeah, swivel seat, totally recommend it. It's unbelievable. 116 quid from eBay, and you know, I can sit here, and the best thing is, because there's a Ford Transit Mark 6, they have flat door cards. Perfect for just looking out the window. Well, it doesn't have to be a beer, but a cup of coffee, just sit here and chill out and just watch the world go by. I mean, outside now it is super windy, you know, but yeah, I'm sitting here, lights on, cozy. So yeah, short wheelbase, semi-high top Ford Transit. I hope that answers that question. Going on to number 2. What charging system do you have? Right, I did have a VSR, and they're okay, but I had another van which was a Vauxhall Vivaro, and I sold that, and I used the money basically to buy upgrades for this van. So I bought myself a Sterling battery to battery charging system, and so far it's been all right. There are profiles on it that have to be selected via its little buttons for AGM batteries, but yeah, pretty much out the box you can connect 3 wires and done and dusted. Now if you want to get into a little bit more, what's the word, better charging system, then you can connect the voltage sensing loss wire and a heat wire, an ignition wire, and they're really good if you've got a smart alternator. Well, I think that's, yeah, battery to battery is pretty much the only way you can go for a smart, for a smart alternator. So I bought that as an upgrade for the next vehicle. So yeah, that's that, battery to battery all the way. Why do you have a fixed bed? To be fair, I hate putting up beds. I just want to, at the end of the night, just flop in. I don't want to faff around with pulling stuff out, making a bed up, putting the bed sheets on it, fluffing the pillows up. I just want to jump in, turn the light out, fall asleep. So fixed bed all the way, wouldn't consider anything else. So and it didn't cost very much to build. In fact, the cushions I got for free, and my mate gave me them. So yeah, fixed bed. Okay, do you have Wi-Fi, and how much per month and gigabytes? Yep, I have Wi-Fi. Got to have Wi-Fi. I've got a 12 volt TV that I put in here. Also got iPad, phones and other stuff. So I'm with EE. Now I originally bought the router for the house. You can put a SIM card in it. Now, because I'm an old so-and-so, I have got the original all you can eat, no capped data from EE. Now I pay £12.50 a month, okay, and I got that deal when they first came out. Now every year they say to me, do I want the new iPhone, Samsung Galaxy, and I say no, all I want is a SIM card, because they're trying to get there, they try and get you out of the grandfather rights of the contract. So if you have a new phone, then they're going to give you like a new contract. So I've had the same phone number for, well, forever. So I put my, that is through 3 Mobile. But the EE router, which is up there, it's not, it's unlocked. It's just got their little logo on the top. So I've used my phone SIM in that, and I use a normal EE SIM, which came with the router in my phone. So I got the best of both worlds. So yeah, and that works perfect. Truly uncapped everything. And if I wanted to, I can take that SIM card out and put it back into my phone. So yeah, that's what I got. Because obviously you've got Netflix and your iPad and stuff like that. And it's nice. I've got a Wi-Fi booster aerial, so that sits on top of the roof rack next to the solar panel. And yeah, at the moment we're on 2 bar, and I live in an area which is really bad for reception. So I can stream all day long. Never had a problem so far. Touch. Good. Okay, moving on. Question number 5. How much did it cost to respray your van? So obviously, if you've seen the outside, it's NATO green. Now it didn't cost me hardly anything, to be fair. Bit of time. Well, getting windy out there. A bit of time. I went to Screwfix and I bought one of those little orbital sander DA type things. Come with some pads. I bought some extra pads. I think that cost about 20 quid. I already have an inverter, which is a 500 watt Lucas inverter on here. So just plugged it in, sanded the whole van down, running off of the inverter. And then to spray it, all I did was screw fix. I bought myself a £20 electric fence panel paint gun, and then by the time that I got that, I ordered the paint from eBay, which was, I think it was at the time about 37 quid for 5 litres of camo semi-gloss paint. Went to local motor factors, got the correct thinners, mixed it up, went round my mate's workshop, and yeah, loaded it up, did the roof first, and yeah, just sprayed away. So all in all, 20 quid for a DA, electric DA, 20 quid for the paint gun, and 30 odd quid for the, well, I think it cost about 50 quid all in paint. So under 100 quid to paint this van, and I still had loads of paint left. So yeah, happy days. That's, I mean, for 100 quid, and the amount of people have said, wow, that looks really good. And yeah, it does look okay. I mean, it's a little bit scratched now because I've taken it off road and beaten it up a little bit, but yeah, 100 quid, brilliant. So £100 respray. Have you ever got stuck when going off grid? Well, strangely, not yet. Now, I have nearly come stuck. There is a place that I go sometimes that's got quite a chalky hill, and when it rains it does get a little bit slippery, but you can feel the wheels spinning, so you just take your foot off the accelerator and just let the torque of the engine, because as soon as you lose traction, that's it, game over. You're just going to dig yourself a hole. And when I went to a beach, Coundon Beach, there was a lad there that had a rear wheel drive Transit, and he was just digging himself a hole, and I said, mate, you ain't getting out. All you're doing is just digging a hole. You need to be just towed out. So what we did, I got an elastomer rope on the back of the van. Within 30 seconds, in fact it took longer to explain to him while he was digging himself in a hole than it did to actually get him out. So no, I haven't been stuck, but I'm pretty sure there will be a time when my ability to get out of a hole will be over, like my limits will be found. So yeah, no, I haven't got stuck. So what's the next question? Question 7. How much did the van cost to build? Well, as I said, I did a swap with my mate for a bike. Everything inside here, well, I'll just go through it quickly. The roof, that was free because that was just pallet wood. The kitchen unit, that was free because my mate gave it to me. All the bed and the cushions and everything, that was all free. So I only had to pay for the pink slips, which is the kitchen bit, which was 22 quid. The floor, which is just laminate, but it's quite good actually, because the laminate, where the gaps are, it's got little rubber seals, so it's almost waterproof. I paid a tenner for the chest of drawers. The lights were 12 quid. The USB sockets were another like 20 quid. I paid 30 odd quid for a reel of cable. All in all, the diesel heater, which was £100, but all in all, probably about 700 quid to do everything. Now, yeah, I have said that I've put a battery to battery, a £300 Victron Energy solar controller, and a 220 amp battery, but I don't count them because they're not staying in the van. That includes the price of 700 quid, includes the VSR and a standard 110 amp leisure battery. So when I sell this van, the expensive stuff's coming out, but it'll still be working and still charging, for 700 quid. So there's no reason why you can't do the same. And you could probably do it a lot cheaper, to be fair. I mean, I obviously the vinyl covering and stuff like that, the pink, you know, the brick slips. You know, you don't have to buy that. You can just not normal, just pallet wood, the whole lot. So yeah, you could probably do it for 500 quid with heating and water. Oh yeah, that includes a water pump and all that sort of malarkey. So yeah, but I did a video a little while back, you know, £700 camper van budget build. So that's all explained in there. So yeah, 700 quid. Number 8. What got you into van life? What got me into van life was when years ago, when I was a kid, I loved camping. Always loved camping. So couldn't wait. Passed my test, and me and a load of mates, we decided we're going to go to Dorchester camping. And my boss said to me, well, I asked my boss, I said, look, can I borrow a car off a forecourt? He went, yeah. So took a Ford Orion gear. We went all to Dorchester and put our tents up. We had a right good laugh, plenty of beer, a load of us. And yeah, cut a long story short, we were in this little campsite, and this bloke got out of his camper van, cup of tea, hair, bacon sandwich, and I'm in the little tent. Top of the tent's a bit wet from condensation, shoes are a little bit damp, and I just thought, nah, never again. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do still go camping, but then we go abroad on our motorbikes, and I take my Van Gogh tent, which is a pretty cool tent. But yeah, no, van life all the way. Camper vans, I've always had a camper van, always had a caravan. So yeah, not so much caravans now because, well, they're tin tents, aren't they? But yeah, I just love camper vans. They're just so cool, and you can make them yourself, and you can do what you like with them, can't you? So yeah, that's what got me into camper vans. Old boy sitting there, cup of coffee, bacon sandwich, immaculate hair, no condensation. Why did I get a Transit? Well, being the job I'm in, I know where Transits rust, and yeah, to be fair, they do rust. They're not galvanised, I don't think, anymore. Well, they have never been. They might do now, not like the Vivaros and stuff. But yeah, Transits, they're just like the Tonka toy of vans, aren't they, in my opinion? People might disagree. That's fair enough. But everybody worth their salt can fix a Transit. The Mark 6s like this, the worst thing that goes wrong with these, bit of rust and fuel pump. Now, this has had a new fuel pump on it, and it's only done 90,000. Tickety boo. Put the key ignition, starts up, off you go. So yeah, trust the old Transit. Brilliant little vans. And lastly, what is the worst and the best thing of your van? Now, this could be quite long-winded, but the best thing about my van is the freedom it gives. As I say, key ignition, whoosh. And when you see other people, if you go to a meeting, which I went to last week or week before, can't remember now, they just, like, you know, they come up to you and go, wow, you know, like, can I have a quick look, you know, because like it looks quite small on the outside, so but there's so much room on the inside. So yeah, meeting people, saying hello to people, watching other van life YouTubers, and the hints and tips. A little while ago I went to, well, I think it was last year now, I went to Greg Virgo's Bon Voyage. Now, I've never been to a meeting before, and I was so super stoked, well chuffed. I mean, I went there, everyone goes, oh mate, all right, and I was just like, wow, they don't know me, but they're receiving me with open arms. And at night time, we had a little fire, and everybody spoke to me. Now, normally, I'm not saying people don't speak to me, but it's everyone was just happy. You know, there was no, you got a Ferrari, you know, or you got a Lamborghini. You know, everyone had a van and they did exactly the same in it. They all drove it there, slept in it, had a beers, had a barbecue, and had a fantastic weekend. No snobbery, no nothing. Everybody was super, like, you know, everyone just opened arms. They just like love you. They just love you. So yeah, the best part of van life, you know, is probably the community, and you know, everyone's just so happy and to see you, and they're always willing to give you a hand. Everyone can make you a cup of tea. I mean, a little while ago, I went up somewhere and this bloke turned up and he never had any tea bags. Now, I'm not a big tea drinker, but I just gave him a packet, and he was like, "No, I only want the one, mate. Have the packet. You know, we're up in the middle of nowhere. You're not going to go somewhere to, you know, to go and get some tea bags." So yeah. Next thing you know, he's given me four bottles of Stella. So yeah, I think I had the better end of the deal. So talking about Stella. Worst thing about van life. That's a toughie. I think the worst thing about van life is trying to find somewhere to go. And probably lately the stigma of us leaving litter, which is quite strange actually, because above here I have litter bags and one of those litter picking sticks, and I'll quite regularly pick up after people. Don't bother me, you know. And to be fair, I think it's better for van lifers or van dwellers or weekend van dwellers to pick other people's stuff up, because it looks really good on us, doesn't it? Let's face it, it looks good on us. You know, look at that van life bloke, or van dweller, or van, you know, camper van man, or camper van couple. They're picking up other people's litter. I think it looks good on us. As for the more worse bits, probably overpriced campsites, but I don't know. I haven't found one yet. So anyway, I only to be fair, I only look at the good bits. I look at the positives. I'm not interested in negatives. You know, if you want to be moaning Myrtle, negative Nigel, then you carry on. I don't want to know. You know, I get in my van and I'm happy as Larry. So yeah, there's my 10 questions, or 10 questions answered. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody that has supported my channel. It's not easy. Well, I don't find it easy. You know, you buy all these bits of equipment, and I'm actually using my mobile phone right now. Just how are we? How are you? How are we? Whatever it is, just a phone. So yeah, I'm using that to record on. So yeah, as I say, I want to thank the 645 subscribers that obviously view my channel. I get blown away every time someone clicks that subscribe button. I get blown away, thinking, wow, that's another person that actually likes what I've got to say. God, it gets super windy out there. Oh, and I now, and to be fair, I never thought of the other subscribers. I just thought it'd be great to just make a cheap camper van and record it out of an everyday Ford Transit. So you know, every time someone subscribes and leaves a comment, I always find the time to reply. I think that's the least I can do. So yeah, I'd like to say thank you to everybody, and I hope this little video has been informative. Can't speak now. Semi-informative. So thank you, and thank you to everyone that subscribed. Yeah, it really does mean a lot. It humbles me, to be fair. So yeah, happy days. So hopefully I'll see you at a meeting, see you out and about. Give us a beep and give us a thumbs up and click and subscribe. Van lifers, stick together, support us all. Cheers, bye.